Okay, thank you. First of all, I would like to forward my gratitude to the Ministry of Information and to you for the opportunity. Regarding the link of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students with the diaspora, the Department of the Foreign Affairs Department is having two main parts, which is the international relations and the Eritrean diaspora part. In the international relations, we have a bilateral relationship with different youth and students organizations around the world. And we are also a member and part of the youth organizations, international youth organizations, like the World Federation of Democratic Youth, Pan-African Youth Union, and the Afro-Arab Youth Council, and different other youth organizations. As member and part of these international relations, we have different active role to play in. And when it comes to the Eritrea diaspora part, of course, the organization of NUYES is reorganized to be at the internal youth, and the diaspora Eritrea youth is organized under the People's Front for Democracy and Justice, the Young People's Front for Democracy and Justice. And the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students also organizes different programs for the Eritrean youth diaspora, just to have strong relations with homeland, and organizes programs where the youth contribute through the NUYES attachment program. For example, the professional youth, volunteer youth, to contribute through their profession in different areas at home, are attached through the NUYES attachment program. And of course, for those who want to be part of the national service, they are linked with the Ministry of Defense, with the Department of National Service, and they come and do their national service at home. And of course, at the peak seasons like the Independence Week and the summer, when the number of young people from diaspora at home is high, we organize the program of Know Your Country, where they can assess their values, their culture, see the beauty of their homeland, and also see what's ongoing regarding the what you call the nation building process. So this is also organized with the department.
Daniel, your links now with the Eritrean diaspora. How successful is that link that you've established there with them? Do they contribute their share in what you've been telling me in creating a versatile youth?
Just to mention it briefly, NUYES structure extends up to the grassroots level, and the services it provide are just encompassed within the what you call the building versatile youth. This is the motto of the organization. So to just achieve this motto or this vision, NUYES provides different services on knowing their history and culture, knowing their values, and on just supporting, empowering the youth economically through providing different services like microcredit scheme services, and also empowering their knowledge on the social and on health and other aspects where they are interested. And of course, one of the core, what you call strategy of NUYES on the youth is just on nurturing the values on the youth. For example, nurturing the value of volunteerism in the youth, to make them volunteer to serve their people and their country. This is a country of volunteerism by its nature. So you may have seen members of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students to be part of different work campaigns, like supporting the martyrs of the families of fallen heroes, supporting the disabled ones, and serving in holidays like maybe the national festival and different other public services. This is with the concept of nurturing the value of volunteerism on the youth. If someone is volunteer, he is the main resources to develop and to protect the goods of the public goods, like the values, the laws, and even the physical infrastructure, the public infrastructures. If these are nurtured in this area, then they will be proud of the values, and they will be always against the taboos. So if this is multiplied, the value gets strong and the taboo gets lower. So there is always what you call the peace and security among the community and the society at large. So one of the core values is just strengthening and nurturing national values like this, like the volunteerism around the youth.
All right, Daniel, let's go back to our subject matter. I mean, the festival, the upcoming festival in Russia, okay? For peace, solidarity, and social justice, the fight against imperialism, and proud of our history, building a better future. Let's talk about that and Eritrea's contribution there in that forum.
This festival is organized by a world, by youth and students organization called the Federation of Democratic Youth and Students. This was established in 1945 after the catastrophe of the Second World War. So when it says peace, its genesis was just to save the world from such a catastrophe coming again. And young people to just in order the world not to go to other world catastrophe like the Second World War. So peace, solidarity, and social justice is the core concept, or the almost the motto of the organization. And this is by just fighting the imperialists' domination and exploitation, which is creating the imbalances around the globe. Of course, this is the 19th festival. It is organized every 4 years. And of course, thousands of young people from around the world come together and discuss the issues they have, like share experience around the theme of the festival, and just learn from their programs as well. Maybe if I am supposed to discuss about this year's what you call participation, we are expecting more than 185 countries to be represented, and more than 50,000 young people from inside Russia and from all around the world to come together, with about 20,000 young people from around the world. It's a very huge gathering. Of course, there are different what you call programs within the festival that goes from the 14th of October to the 22nd of October in the Olympic city of Sochi. This is all about the participation and about the what you call about the general situation of the festival. Regarding the Eritrean contribution, a committee was established about 6 months ago. In fact, the committee of the festival to the World Festival, the World Committee was established 2 years ago. So it was working in international preparatory meetings. So Eritrea was part of the international preparatory meetings. There were 3 meetings, so was part of that. Because Eritrea is a member of the General Council of the what you call the organization, and when it comes to the Eritrea's preparation, the committee established and is working in just providing the right image of Eritrea and trying to fight the image in the Western media, like Eritrea is not isolated. Eritrea is not the one which is in the Western media. The real Eritrea is different. So the committee is trying to organize some activities and presentations.
All right, Daniel. From Eritrea's side, how many are participating there?
Okay, just from at home, from home and diaspora, around 35 members will be part of the delegation.
In regards to the theme still, the world says imperialism is over, but it's still there in your theme. I want you to tell me more about that.
The world is storming and what you call being disturbed because of these imperialists, as a result of the hegemony, as a result of the geopolitical agendas of their domination strategies. And of course it is being storming through their media, through their exploitation strategies. So the theme of the festival is just to give place to the social justice, to empower the social justice. The social justice, the struggle of the workers is now down. So the workers around the world are being exploited by the capitalists, are being exploited by the imperialists. So this is a forum to just reunify them, to make them stronger, and to make them stand for their rights. So this is the motto of the festival.
Is there any other message that this this festival taking place in Russia prepared to tell the world?
Yeah, this is all. Just bringing the young people around the world and just make them think about the peace, the solidarity, and the social justice together, and just going back home having these ideas, and then just makes them strive to achieve these things: the peace, solidarity, and social justice, by fighting this one, the domination of the imperialists.
In regards to the Eritrean participants there, I mean, Eritrea has a lot to tell the world. I mean, especially this venue here in this platform that has been created there in Russia. In regards to that, do you expect much from the other participants to learn from the Eritrean experience?
Yes. Unfortunately, Eritrea is the victim of the geopolitical agenda of the imperialists, especially in the West region. Our situation, our national situation, starting from 1950s till the present, is compromised. The right of the people was compromised and is still compromised for the benefit of the imperialists. Eritrea was annexed with Ethiopia for the benefit of the imperialists. Eritrea was forced to go to war and pay more than 65,000 young people. Because, and of course, after realizing its independence by force and by vote, also was forced to go to war again in 98 because of this. No other reason is there. And even though the situation was fulfilled or concluded by the final and binding, what you call, decision of Algiers, it is still there with the reluctance of Ethiopia, with the motivation of the imperialists. And of course, Eritrea is being what you call sanctioned with non-existing, non-founded, what you call reasons, and is being accused by this by as if Eritrea is committing the widespread and systematic abuse in human rights. This is all about the imperialists. So we have to tell the young people of the world that Eritrea is not doing this. Eritrea is rather fighting for the social justice. Eritrea is rather trying to realize the promises of the fallen heroes. Yeah, maybe the other part of the media reflects that Eritrea is doing this and this in social justice, like in health sector, in education sector, in blah, blah, blah. This is the promise of the fallen hero. So we have to tell the young people of the world that Eritrea, the right picture of Eritrea is different, and to call their solidarity with the Eritrean youth, to stand with the Eritrean youth. This is the message briefly.
Daniel, any final messages you would like to convey? Because we're actually running out of time.
Maybe to the Eritrean youth, maybe a number of young people are using the investment done by Eritrea, by the government, by the people, the investment done by the promises of the fallen heroes. So we are seeing the results. Young engineers, young doctors, number of teachers, number of different professionals, and they are serving their people. Of course, Eritrea always have someone to understand this problem and to just assist her till the final destination. But there are a number of young people also being confused because of the global hegemony, the globalization, the Western media. So I would like to tell them just to do their homework, to use the investment in their front. If they're able to build up their capacity and their skills, and then they can just realize the promise of the fallen heroes. And they have to be alerted that building your own capacity, building your skills is not only for you. When you go back to the struggle for independence, a number of young people have been building their capacity in being the best fighter. Being the best fighter is nothing. Nothing extra payment is there. Just being the best to achieve the social objective. So here also, building your capacity and your skills is not only to you, but also to the responsibility that the promise shoulders you, in order to best serve the people and to best serve the country. So I would like them to be alerted on that and build their capacity.
Daniel, thank you so much for your time. Dear viewers, that was Daniel Eyasu, NUYES Foreign Affairs Department Head, at our program this evening, and we wish the team that is going to Russia success. It is